Welcome back to Real Women of Philadelphia. I'm Anna Olson, and it's week 3 of 8, and that means it's time for entree recipes. And you know what? I have to pay you such a compliment. These recipe videos you're sending in are just wonderful, and in fact, I take inspiration from them. So when I was thinking what recipe to make for you, I thought, you know what? Something that's close to my heart, a real comfort dish, creamy macaroni and cheese. And Philly cream cheese is actually my secret to making it the creamiest macaroni and cheese. This is a roux-based sauce, so I start with equal parts butter and flour. So I've got half a cup of butter and half a cup of all-purpose flour. It usually takes about 3 or 4 minutes to cook out the flour in the roux, and you use your nose as a guide. It should change fragrance. So right now, it smells just like melted butter, but in about 3 minutes, it's going to smell just faintly of lightly toasted almonds, and that's your sort of signal that it's ready to add the milk. Yes, now it smells like lightly toasted almonds. So I'll turn the heat right down and gradually add 4 cups of milk, a little at a time, while whisking. The first addition is the most important. You want to whisk that completely until it thickens up. And now that I've added a full cup of the milk, I can add more confidently, knowing I'll have a nice, smooth, and creamy sauce. Now that I've got all the milk added, I'll add just a touch of ground nutmeg, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And this is where the cream cheese comes in. A full block of cream cheese at room temperature. And I'm just gonna let it be for a few minutes. Let the heat get into the cream cheese and it will smooth right out into the sauce. There, you can see how the cream cheese is smoothing out the sauce now. And I can turn up the heat. So I wanna make sure it's nice and warm to melt the other cheeses. So I've got the cream cheese for the creamy texture. I use sharp cheddar for that rich flavor, and then Swiss Gruyere. We'll just give it a moment for the heat to melt all the cheddar cheese. You start getting that sense of the stretchiness of the Swiss in there. So now that the cheddar and the Swiss have melted into that cream cheese mixture, I'm ready to add the pasta. Make sure it's still warm before you add it to the cheese sauce. We've gone to all this effort to melt the cheese. We want to keep it nice and melted and creamy. You want to stir to coat it completely. Ensure that it's all melted through. Oh, see that stretchiness? That's why I like to add the Swiss cheese in there. So here it is, my favorite comfort food, creamy macaroni and cheese. Now it's your turn. Grab the camera, get in the kitchen, start cooking, and send in those entree videos. You've been doing great. I know you have a little bit more in you, and I've got to put a little bit of this in me.